Welcome everybody to another episode of Bob Bitchin' 66, where today I will be driving at my least favorite track, the Autopolis. It is narrow, there are turns, and there are not a lot of walls to stop you from going way out. So here we go. I am starting in dead last because I'm such a fan of this beautiful, beautiful track. And driving the Mustang Group 3 car, it's going to be a very quick, a very fast race. So getting started here, going right through the final chicane, approaching the starting line. I'm following a Audi R8 right now, and we're going to be thrown straight into a quick, not necessarily a hairpin turn, but you'll see what I mean with these turns. He goes diving way deep into that. I'm going to grab 2 positions right there, make that 4 positions right there, and I am now sitting in 11th place just like that, taking 4 positions from the start. And this Beetle is going to be really my biggest threat so far. So as you can see, we're all up in another position. It's going to be a very big challenge making passes on this track. What you're really focusing on is depending on trying to get them to go off the road. Not by your own forceful nature, but just hoping they take a turn a little too far. I try to go outside here trying to make the moves on this Beetle. It's not going to work, but I am 6 positions up. I'm sitting in 9th, so not too bad of a start for me, especially being halfway through this course. So coming here, large hairpin turn, and you'll see I have some problems with this later on. But large hairpin, going to come down again. We're going to have a downhill right turn, and really thinking about these hills here. I am in a race car, so not thinking too much about, the inertia. It's not like a production car where I'm just going to fly right into that dirt on my left. But I am going to push through this high speed as much as I can and really try to just keep it inside the lines. Here, I'm losing a little bit of speed on the Beetle. I think I definitely went into this track picking a car that wasn't necessarily what I should have been picking. You'll find that I make a lot of little, kind of almost short shifts. I'm not too happy with getting too many revs up. And I'm actually even running traction control because I just was so nervous with the amount of turns that I would just be spinning right off the track. So luckily, though, with the Mustang, I am going to have a lot of horsepower come straights. So I am going to get a good gain on this Beetle, and then it's going to be really just what's keeping me in the race. If I was to have just kind of gone through and not having gotten much power on the straights, I wouldn't be having the best race. It would have been a little difficult for me. But luckily, that speed's going to keep me forward, and then it's just survive through the turns. So that's Supra making a interesting move, just like this Mercedes does, nudging me into the outside lines, but I'm keeping on the track. I give him a little nudge right back, and I'm 100% happy to take that penalty. I was pretty ticked off when he just came in using me as a wall, and you'll be calling me a hypocrite in the next couple minutes. So coming around here on the left, just trying to stay up with this Supra here. I'm trying to maximize my gains on power as much as I can. Really pushing my speed as I'm going through turns. A lot of tire squeals, a lot of just trying to make it happen. So coming up on the hairpin, one of the hardest little turns here. Keeping it inside. I go a little too much on the inside. I could have probably gone into that with a little more power. Things getting pretty squirrely. I got serving my penalty here, and I am going to lose 2 positions off that. They're easily going to throw me back, but looks like he's going off to the left, and I am able to keep it in front of the Porsche. I don't think he saw that I was coming back once my penalty was over. Granted, probably, he's really drifting down there. Granted, I should have probably moved to the right when I got that penalty, but not gonna lie, I had a lot of drinks. So going off the road here, it's gonna be the first reason why you shouldn't drink and drive. And I'm going to not lose a position, but really just kind of get very far away from any chance of getting back to 10th. So consistency is going to be key here, especially going into lap 3. And coming through this final chicane, we're going to get a good look at the speed I've got. The Porsche is a little squirrely behind me. Good driver, though. Very quick, very fast. That or I'm just very freaking slow in the turns. And that's probably the more correct answer. So coming here into lap 3, at this point, I'm not really feeling like I'm going to have any chance to get up, and I'm really going to be playing the defensive game. That Porsche is going to be right on me, and just really trying to maximize any mistakes I can, hoping that with no cars in front of me, I can really just focus on getting my lines correct and not have too many issues. But with that Porsche climbing up behind me, I'm going to have to play a defensive. So I'm just really trying to cater to my lines. Because it's such a narrow track, I already know he's going to have trouble trying to get a passing opportunity. So as long as I can capitalize on the turns before the long straights, I should be able to get a good amount of speed to pull away, not have to have too many issues. Yeah, and as you see, like coming through here this straight, you can really see that like I was able to get a good enough amount of distance. Going around the hairpin turn, the Porsche actually gets a pretty good angle on that. But I'm going to just really win him out when it comes down to pulling away right there. He is going to grab the toe on me, which is going to keep him in the fight here. But as you can see, he's a little bit sliding. He's a little bit pushing his luck a bit into these turns. He's really sliding around the edges of that track, trying to keep it in there and trying to keep up with me. I'm actually gaining on 10th place, which is wild, so I'm very happy about that. Just trying to drive consistently, really being very cautious to not go off the track like I did before. And yeah, it's the duel with the Porsches here. I'm fighting to get in front of a Porsche, and I'm being pursued by a Porsche. So around this final turn here, through the chicane, and we're going to be entering lap 4, where things are going to get a little bit dicey. So I've made a pretty solid gain on 10th place. I'm pushing to get up there. He's getting a good pull away from me right now, but I'm going to late brake a bit into this turn, get a good enough angle where I can power out a little early. Really a perfect angle going into that. That's going to help keep me in the race here. Just really keeping my eye on my rearview mirrors, making sure that that Porsche is quite far away behind me. Making sure not to make any mistakes at my least favorite track in this game. It's a great track. It's a cool track. I just felt like in Group 3 cars, like it was way too fast. Like I could not keep it in the lines. It was tough, and that's why qualifying I was back in 15th. There was no way. I think I had a 210 lap, and the average lap that they were qualifying at was a 153. So I'm definitely doing better right now, as you can see my lap times on the right. But I go way too deep in here. I get too focused on passing that Beetle, and I unfortunately make a very dirty move that I am not going to get a penalty on. But it is what it is. It was an accident. It happened. I'm just going to push through. So I'm here in 9th, feeling real bad about what just happened, but you know, got away with it. Just going to keep moving. And Karma's going to come back a bit. I am going to slide off the back there. That Beetle's going to get that position back. And you know, last couple turns here, things are going to get wild. So 9th place comes barreling backwards. I don't know what he was doing. I'm able to get almost past 8th, but he is able to keep it in there. I'm going to sit in 9th. Hopefully, I should have just pushed through that Supra. He was in Ghost. I should have just kept pushing and hoped that he wasn't going to hit. I just erred on the safe side. So, coming in this last chicane, I'm not going to be able to have enough toe to get in front of him. And that's going to be the race right there. So, thank you so much for watching. It's definitely a shorter one this week. A lot's been going on in my life and just getting things sorted. But thank you so much. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to see you on the track.